If you're looking for the cheapest and most reliable Madden 22 coins on the market, check out my sponsor, MMOEXPR.com. Links are in the description, and use code JEDI at checkout for 5% off. Alrighty, hey there guys, Adrian Kasi here, aka JediBro95, coming at you guys with another video. So, today guys, let's talk about these golden tickets. Now, I don't know what I need, how I could start this video with stuff that hasn't already been said. But it is just insane to me how we are sitting here with golden tickets now out and we feel duped. We absolutely feel duped, robbed, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, flat out deceived. I don't fucking know where I was going with that. But it's just amazing to me how EA could take something so beautiful like the golden ticket promo and fuck it up so goddamn bad. And there's just so many fundamental problems with the golden tickets that I want to get into, starting with the fact that golden tickets, just in general, are way overpriced. And I'm not even saying that because my coin stack is just basically non-existent. I'm saying that because these cards, especially these ones that came out, other than maybe Ed Too Tall Jones, which is not on the auction market on Xbox, but all these cards are not worth anything close to 2.8 million coins. Let's look at one of these golden tickets, especially. Let's start off with this Tyreek Hill. Now, Tyreek Hill, these are the ability buckets you get. 2 pass coverage, 2 field generals, and a run stopper for linebacker, okay? Now, here are his attributes. 99 speed, 98 excel, 99 tackle, 99 play rec, 99 hit power, pursuit, 99, but not pursuit, man coverage. He does have 99 pursuit, but he also has 92 block shed. Okay? However, there is no way you can convince me that this card is worth 3.5 million coins. I don't give a crap how good the man, the zone, pursuit, play rec, and all that stuff is. It's not worth it. First of all, this card is 5'9", 185 pounds. Flat. So, I know height is something that I personally am not the biggest warrior of, especially in a lot of cases. But this is one of those times where I have to make an example or an exception. There is no way somebody is going to pay 3 million coins for a 5'9 user. No way. And especially a user that's 185 pounds. So more than likely that 99 hit power isn't going to mean jack shit. And it's amazing to me how this is 3.5 million coins. It's just amazing to me how that is almost 3.5 million. Or is 3.5 million. Then we look at somebody like, say, Joe Mixon, for example. All right. Joe Mixon is another card that is, again, just fundamentally is just overpriced. You see the stats here, two ability buckets. 2 field generals, a strong art improviser, and scrambler. Okay. Here are the stats: 96 speed, 99 throw power, 98 short, 94 man, 99 deep, under pressure, on the run, 99 play action. Now, for his boosted stats, we go back here. And also, the menu is just running absolutely pathetically slow. He has 99 carrying, 89 carrying, 99 spin, 99 juke, 97 spin, 96 change of direction. You know what? All cool stats, whatever it is. However, 2 things. One, who the hell... I shouldn't have gone back. First of all, who the hell cares about juke, spin, stiff arm, change of direction, ball carrier vision, and carrying on a quarterback card? I understand Joe Mixon is a running back. I understand that 100%. But this is a quarterback card. Who gives a crap about any of those things? Because that carrying could be 99, and you still will fumble on a hit stick. Because EA has it to where, even though you don't fumble, even though there's no injuries, they put it to where you basically fumble if you take a huge hit with a linebacker from a player. Especially the bigger guys like, Luke Kuechly, Cam Chancellor, Jamal Adams, even Troy Polamalu can lay a hit. So that's not my concern. My concern is with these throwing stats, they're really not much different from even the quarterback I have now. Let's look at this Russell Wilson, for example. Now, I have this Russell Wilson fully maxed out, 99 overall, and I actually do now have a 25 Broncos, 50 Seahawks theme team. So, not counting the boosted stats, here are the stats without the boosted stats. Right? Then you take a look into the fact that I have +3 speed. So I have 99 speed on this Russell Wilson, something that Joe Mixon cannot get because he does not have 2 team cams. He has 1 less throw power, 2 less short, but Russ is 4 better mid, 2 less deep, 3 less under pressure, same throw on the run, and 99 and 1 level more play action. So how is it that this card, with the stats are very, very similar in a lot of ways, for the Russell Wilson, is about, if you power it up and all that stuff, probably be about 400,000 coins, right? With the training you need to buy and the power up and all the upgrades you need, like the elite card, the superstar MVP, the 96 overall legend, and then the 98 overall LTD or Redux. How is it that this card is much less cheaper than this Joe Mixon? Doesn't make sense. And if you're going to explain, if you're going to argue, well, you get discounted abilities. Okay, so let's look at these discounted abilities. Okay, so my Russell Wilson that I have has Fearless, Path to the Elite, and Hot Rod Master. All are 3 AP a piece, and they come to 9 AP in total. So, if we look at the abilities that we're going to put in for this Joe Mixon, let's just say hypothetically, this was my quarterback, and I use the exact same abilities I have on Joe Mixon that I have on Russell Wilson. So, in the Field General Archetype ability bucket, Hot Rod Master and Fearless are both 2 AP apiece. Alright? So, when it comes to that, that's 2 AP apiece. So that's 4 AP for both Fearless and Hot Rod Master. Then you add in Pass Lead Elite. And it doesn't really matter. I think Scrambler is the only one where it's 4 AP. So if you put in a Strong or Improviser, that's 3 AP. So that comes to a total of 7? Yeah, 7 AP. Sorry, I had to really think there. So 7 AP in total. If you are honestly going to argue that a minor difference in stats and saving 2 AP is worth 4 million coins, I want to know what type of things you're smoking. I really want to know what type of things you're doing to yourself to make you so delusional to think that this is okay. In my opinion, this is not okay. In my opinion, this is theft. This is just straight up theft, because EA is basically forcing us to pay eons of dollars to potentially get a card that has boosted odds, even though if there were boosted odds for these cards, there should be more than 10 of them on the block. 13. There's 13 of them in total on the auction market right now, right? And there's only, There's 3 Derek Carrs, 2 Justin Lanes, there's the second one, 2 Tyreek Hills, and 2 CJ Gardner-Johnsons, and 4 Joe Mixons. There should be a lot more than this if there were boosted odds. So realistically speaking, EA was basically robbing us blind with this first drop of golden tickets. And the fact that people are willing to sit there and say, well, golden tickets should be rare. Okay, I understand that. Golden tickets should be rare. But almost 3 million coins? Especially for a card like Tyreek Hill? Really? You think that's okay? You believe it's okay to have a card go up like Tyreek Hill for 3.5 million coins? You're okay with that? Are you high? Like, it's insane to me how people can just sit there and blindly just sit there and say this is okay, you know? So, couple of other things before we get into what EA should do, because honestly, this cannot stay the way it is. Even just not without looking at Russell Wilson, there are 2 more golden tickets that I know for a fact I will want to pick up, but I don't know if I can. Josh Gordon and DK Metcalf. Both are my starting, my wide receiver 2 and 3 respectively. So let's look at DK Metcalf, for example, right? So, with DK, we take a look at this card we have right now. 99 speed, 99 jump, 94, 96, 97, all that stats. Then we go down to the extra stats. Here's his extra stats. So, theoretically speaking, what can you boost on this card to make this card, the golden ticket DK Metcalf, better than this Sugar Rush DK Metcalf? You could boost his catching, but the problem with that is receivers don't drop open catches anyways. You could boost run block, which would be cool. It could definitely help out with that. That's probably the only thing you could really boost. Spin move, I would say spin move is not really relevant because spins this year are just insane. Impact block, I mean, you can up it by 10. That probably won't change a whole lot. Change of direction, can't boost physical stats. Carrying, well, I mean, receivers don't really, there's not much fumbles going on in this game anyways. Like, fumbles don't really matter. Like, run block power and finesse, those shits don't matter at all. Pass blocking, why are you pass blocking with a wide receiver? Because wide receivers don't pass block at all. So, like, there's nothing you can literally upgrade. In route running, I mean, okay, yeah, you could upgrade the route running, but the route running is, you just need a 90 route running to be an elite route runner in this game. Like, there is nothing you can upgrade with this DK Metcalf that would make the golden ticket so much more valuable than even this card right here. And even if we look at someone like Josh Gordon, for example, okay, we'll go over here to Josh Gordon. So, Josh Gordon, he's a route runner. So, and notice how I'm not talking about the ability buckets, because I would suspect that the person who made these golden tickets are going to be giving at least one route runner archetype for ability buckets, and maybe even one slot receiver archetype, in case those people that don't have a hot run master QB they have a slot apprentice. So, looking at this card, 98 speed, 96 jumping, yada yada yada. So, you could boost the catch and traffic, which is fine. The catch and traffic is fine. But again, I would argue, honestly, the catch and traffic and the route runnings will definitely go up regardless, right? I would argue those would go up regardless. Carrying, again, fumbles don't matter. Juke and spin, you could upgrade it by 3 at the absolute most. Stiff arm truck, maybe. Run blocking and impact block, sure. But again, like, does it really matter? Like, especially when we're having cards that have, high block sheds and all that stuff. So again, looking at this card, trucking, stiff arm, impact, lead, and maybe run blocking are the only things you could upgrade that could make this card play any better than what it is right now. Because again, the route running will probably be upgraded already when you make this card. When the person who did it made this card, the route running is going to be upgraded by default. Catch and traffic, same thing. Like, there's nothing you can do. Honestly, there really isn't anything much different than you could do that would make this Josh Gordon play any different than what he is. And you can't even boost physical stats either. So you can't even up his strength to like 99 strength, which I don't even think matters in this game. So you could see the problems with these golden tickets. Like, the fact that they really just don't play any different than even the current players that we have right now, because we don't have over 100 stats. And again, you could talk about discounted abilities and whatnot, but again, if your argument, in my opinion, is discounted abilities, and you believe that those discounted abilities are worth 4 million coins, what are you smoking? Where can I get some? Because Jesus Christ, you cannot be that crazy. Like, I understand people saying 1 million coins. I get that. That part I do get, because obviously they're rare cards. They're the rarest cards in the game. That I'm okay with 1 million coins, especially in how good the golden ticket could be. Like Josh Gordon's golden ticket, if, I suspect at most he could be 1 million coins if they do what I'm about to say that I think they should do. I suspect Josh Gordon could be upwards of like 750 to 1 million coin. That makes sense. That makes sense to me, because obviously it's Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon is one of the best cards, one of the better receivers in this game, and there's a reason I'm still playing him, because he's just amazing. So, what should EA do about this? Well, nothing is the worst decision you could possibly fucking make, because, good lord, you are basically just admitting that, yes, we are robbing you, and there's nothing you can do about it by just doing nothing. So, and I have bought in a couple of packs, but honestly, I probably won't be buying packs to open golden tickets. If I do buy packs for golden tickets, it's just to increase my coin stack, because obviously, look at my coins. So, what can EA do? Well, the biggest thing that they should be doing is adding the training variety pack. It makes no sense why EA has not brought that back yet, especially when people have been clamoring and demanding of it, okay? And I'm one of those people. I would love to see the training variety pack return to the game. In my opinion, it should be in every single Madden for the rest of time. Especially after the Super Bowl. Not right away in day one. Obviously, I think that would be a little bit dumb, because there really isn't a whole lot you could have with the game that would be included in the training variety pack. But after the Super Bowl, and maybe even more towards the Easter promo, you can drop the training variety pack, and you can have it to where people can get things like what they had last year. Team of the Week, Reduxes, LTDs potential. Because I remember last year, UL LTDs were in the training variety pack. Same with golden tickets. So realistically speaking, why are you not dropping it in the game? You know, especially when everybody, for the most part, has been asking for it. That's number one. Number two is obviously they increased the fucking odds on the goddamn packs to pull a golden ticket. Because, and I'm not talking just the boosted odds over the weekend. I mean, period, boosting odds for golden tickets. It does not make any iota of sense that these cards are this expensive when they're literally no different than some of the other cards we have in the game right now. And I understand the discounted abilities, but again, if that's your argument, put down the fucking drugs and listen to fucking reason here. Because this is this doesn't make sense to me. And it should not make sense to any fucking human being that is currently playing this game still. Anyhow, sorry I kind of got a little bit angry there. So, also, what they could do. Well, there is one thing that they could do, and I have to pull up my Twitter for, not my Twitter. Yeah, I have to pull up my Twitter for this. Because I saw this option from CC yesterday, and I absolutely adore this idea. Because it is honestly something that they should be trying. Because, or at least they should do. Because this, in my opinion, would make training variety, this would make the golden tickets a hell of a lot more manageable. And obviously, you know, just in general, obviously drop the fan appreciation promo, because that will definitely help out too. But one thing that CC did, I gotta find it here, so give me a minute here. You guys can just watch the menu flipping and all that stuff, you know, yada yada yada. Here we go, yada yada. Where is oh yeah, last thing, before I find it, one thing that I did notice that really popped out to me that when he was talking about it on Twitter is he opened up 700k coin. He opened up 5 million coins, he said. Hang on, let me put it up here. Right there we go. There we go, right here. Okay, perfect. So he opened up 7.5 million coins in packs. Got no GTs, and the best pull he got was a 97 Melvin Ingram. That was the best freaking pull he got out of 7.5 million coins on one pack. Like, insane. Insane. So, here's what CC said. So, he said, a 100k training pack contains one NCAT GT that quick sells for one training, limit 5 for the rest of the game. Use it wisely. That'd be fun. I think that's great. I think that's a great decision, in my personal opinion. I would love to see that come into the game if they're not dropping the training variety pack. The only, and I say this, the only change I would make to this is make it a fantasy pack that updates every week. Every week when the new GTs drop, they update. Now, I'm not talking about the limit refreshing, like they don't like the limit refreshes to 5 every week. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is every week, the golden tickets that drop into the game are added to that special pack. So that way, when you do go in and you buy it for the training, you can buy it for the training. You can just open it up and then pick the GT you want. And selling it for one training is fine. And honestly, I've talked about this before. I think they should just be not just be doing this for the GTs, but I would argue they should be doing this for the ULs or for LTDs that drop in packs as well every single time. Because it would help the game out so significantly, and it would make the players a lot more happy. And that's the main goal at the end of the day is making the players happy, making us want to keep playing. Because right now, nobody wants to fucking buy packs for golden tickets. Not a single soul on the goddamn planet. Well, I shouldn't say a single soul, because there are people out there that will buy packs regardless. And that's why I say just straight up not buying packs and telling everyone to stop buying packs is not going to help, because there will be people that will still do it, okay? You can't control the entire population. As much as people think you can. You can't. So, this idea right here, I completely agree with. I love this idea. It just make it fantasy pack. It's all I want to say about that. There is one more that I saw from iJoe that I absolutely like too. And it was more or less with a weekend league type of thing. So if I scroll down here it is. So one of the many ideas to keep Madden Ultimate Team alive and active for the rest of the year, weekend league structure. So 12 wins, you get a random GT. 15, 1 of 2 NCAT GT Fantasy Pack. 18, 1 of 3 NCAT GT Fantasy Pack. Top 100, 1 of 5 NCAT GT Fantasy Pack. This would be nice as well because not only would it incentivize people to keep playing, but it would also incentivize people to play Weekend League. The reason I do not touch Weekend League, and I will not touch it this year, except for maybe twice, because why not? I was bored, is because there is no reason to play Weekend League, at least in my opinion. The coin quick sell is great, don't get me wrong, but the packs suck, and there really isn't anything more than that. Sure, you get your monthly rewards, but most of those are just packs as well that you can't even get. You can't even take the quick sell for because EA bafflingly took out the quick sells out of the packs. They took out the coin quick sells out of the midfield, red zone, touchdown, and I think that was it. Midfield, red zone, touchdown. I swear to fuck, I'm missing another one. Whatever. Point is, they took out the quick sells. So that's why I don't even touch Weekend League. Otherwise, if they did add the quick sells, I promise you I'd be playing it more often than not. I promise you I could probably be playing it every week. And I wouldn't even care if I got 13 or 12 wins. Because at that point, you know, even if it is like 12 wins for me or 13 wins, I'm still getting 70K, give or take, from the coin quick sell. Plus, with the rewards I get, could probably be another 50 to 60K. So that's 130K every week. I'd take that. Especially if it is just to get 13 wins, I would gladly take that. So, as you can fundamentally see, EA has messed up the golden tickets. They need to figure out how to fix it. And if they don't fix it, then honestly, people might just stop opening packs. And I know I say I can't control the population, and you can't force everybody to stop opening packs, but if the pack odds continue to be like this, people are just going to sit there and say, what's the fucking point, right? And it makes no sense because considering that Jerry Rice, the LTD UL this week, is going for significantly less than the golden tickets. Significantly. Jerry Rice right now, if I saw on Gutfox's video, but that's on PlayStation. Let me check on the Xbox. But for him, it was going for just under 1 million coins, right? So the fact that we have a LTD UL that is less than 1 million, yeah, but here it's like 1.9 million, which is literally half the price of a golden ticket. Okay, this is literally half the price of a GT. And honestly, this card gets a discounted and a discounted ability. He has Playmaker for, I think it's 2 AP for Playmaker on Jerry. I don't necessarily know. I would argue this card, I would argue, is really not much different than the golden ticket wide receivers we're going to get. But the only difference is the fact that you can get discounted abilities. You know, power this card up too. Jerry Rice is 98 speed, 96 jumping, 98 catching, 99 catching all the way around, 99 route running, except for short route running. He needs +1 for that. But 98, 99, 99 for the route running. 99 juke, 99 spin. Like, this is literally a similar card in a lot of ways to a guy like Josh Gordon. But the only difference is Josh Gordon does not have the short and medium route running stat that this card does. But even then, the threshold is 90. So it doesn't matter what this card's route running is past 90. They're not going to play any different because of the fact of the way this game is designed. And the fact that we don't have over 100 stats. That is what makes golden tickets fundamentally flawed and why the prices do not justify the way they are. Okay? If we did have, over 100 stats, I could be completely on board with them being 3 to 4 million coins. I could completely be on board with that. Because in that situation, say for example, let's go back to these golden tickets. I got to scroll all the way fucking down. Say, for example, this golden ticket Derek Carr, right? Okay, let's just look at this Derek Carr, for example. Now, those are his ability buckets in case you guys are ever wondering. But, let's say, for example, this card had a 102 deep accuracy, a 100 short accuracy, and a 104 mid accuracy, with 105 throw power, 103 throw on the run. And looking at his after the catch stuff, after like his other stuff, okay, he really doesn't have anything after that. But let's say those were his stats, right? And he got those ability buckets. I would probably be more on board with this being about 2-3 million coins. Probably. I don't know. Maybe. It's just something that I would like to see. You know? Especially if the stats mattered a lot more. Because obviously, for accuracy, I think it's like just like 85 or 86 accuracies to where like you can be a better, like a competent passer. I don't know the full accuracies of what makes your passing elite when it comes to stuff like that. But mind you, it doesn't matter, right? And I know 95 throw under pressure is like the threshold for when you can receive significantly less penalties for under pressure. So again, I have to ask, why is this card 2.5 million coins when, again, he's literally no different? I would argue that my Russell Wilson that I have right now is better than this Derek Carr. I would argue my Russell Wilson is better than this Derek Carr because he's got better speed, similar accuracy stats, same throw under pressure, same throw on the run, and he has better play action, which really doesn't matter. But also on the run too, Russ has got he's got better speed, he's got better juke, better spin, he's got better change of direction compared to this Derek Carr. And again, if your argument is, well, the ability buckets, that's not an argument. That's just not an argument whatsoever. Like, see, 90 change of direction, 79 carrying. You know, his juke and spin is not even that good. Like, I would just say Russ is better. I would just say that the free agency Russ is better. So, yeah, that's what I have to think about golden tickets, guys. I've been holding this in for a couple of days because I wanted to get more people's reactions to golden tickets, and I wanted to see what everybody else thought. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below. I will be adding EA Sports to get them to watch this video because they have to see this video, in my opinion, because I'm not saying it as a disservice to, like, as a help for me, obviously. Like, I'm not saying it because my coin stack sucks. I'm trying to make this video on the behalf of the community because the community is pissed right now at you guys. The community is absolutely upset with you guys right now, and you guys have to do something about this. You won't, probably, but please do something, because if you want people to actually enjoy the final 3 months we have of this game before we give you guys another $100+ depending on the edition to play your next year's game, please give Madden 22 the send-off it definitely deserves, because this year has not been fun. This year has not been enjoyable. It has not been consistently great. And outright, sometimes this year has been outright unplayable because of how this game is. And again, I'm not saying it I'm not going to say it out of a place of malicious intent, because I don't maliciously intend to hate this product. I like this product. I love playing this game. For the most part, I love playing this game. But you guys make it very hard to justify playing this game. And you make it hard for me to justify wanting to stream or wanting to put videos out because you guys just don't care. And it's very evident with this golden ticket release, right? It's very evident with the way that you guys have handled these golden tickets that you just don't give a crap. And I'm not going to sit here and, you know, say it's all one person's fault and, you know, blame you guys outright for saying you guys don't care. Because I do believe, personally, there are people who do care about this game. I do believe that there are people who fundamentally care about this product. And I do believe that there are people working at EA who do want to see this game succeed. And those people that do care about this game and want to see this succeed should have more of a say in stuff like golden tickets, or have a say in stuff, or in the decision making, or have a say in stuff, and just simply how the game is played, right? Yeah, you guys need to do something about not even just like the tickets, but how the gameplay is. Like, the gameplay obviously just does not feel like someone cared. You guys just literally just grabbed the gameplay, did the least amount of effort on it, and just said, here's the game, have fun. You're not going to make us happy when you do that, guys, right? And I'm just trying to speak directly to the EA developers here, but like, you're not gonna win us over. And if anything, you're gonna make some people, if not majority, less incentivized to buy your product next year, because if you don't care about your game, how can you expect us to care about it, right? How can you expect us to get behind innovation that you put out when you can't even get when your gameplay isn't even that enjoyable, right? Remember halftime adjustments? Where were those? Those were a great idea, but unfortunately they never came back after you took them out in September. You guys took them out in September. We never got them back, right? Stat tracking doesn't even work half the time, and I can prove this to myself. You even prove this to you guys. You look at a stat like, say, for example, let's find let's find Tyler Lockett, for example, okay? Tyler Lockett, his stats, all right? Looking at that's rushing. Look at this. No receiving touchdowns. I promise you, I've had at least 10 plus receiving touchdowns online with Tyler Lockett since I've gotten this card and he's been back in my lineup. Your stat tracking doesn't even work. And again, how can you expect us to care when you guys don't put the smallest amount of effort into stuff like this, right? And it even just not even went with the cards and the new features. It went even in with the content itself and the release of these contents, okay? Like, for example, let's look at the sets here. Let's look at the set here real quick, all right? So we look at some of these sets. Like, one thing that was really, really bad this year was the team champions. The team champions were awful in every sense of the word, not because of what you got, but because of the fact you didn't get anything back in return. Last year, when you guys made these team champions, you guys hit it out of the park. And I'm not even saying that to try and suck up to you guys. I'm saying that as somebody who really did enjoy the team champions last year. Last year, the team champions were fantastic. Every single one of them were great. Every single one of them were playable in some way, shape, or form. And every single one of them had a use on the team. Now, when you look at this team, let's look, for example, let's play my Seahawks, for example. Jordan Brooks. We had no use for this guy on the team in any way, shape, or form. Because we have Kevin Pierre-Louis, who I would argue is better than this card. We have Bobby Wagner, who may not be as good as this card, but is still at least comparable. And we also have KJ Wright. 3 linebackers that are arguably comparable or better than this Jordan Brooks. We had no use for this card in any way, shape, or form, yet you still gave us this card. And not only that, you didn't even bother to give us anything back in return for doing these sets. You didn't give us any of the Team Diamonds back. You didn't give us any of the 93 Team Builders. Nothing. You gave us nothing back in return for this, which was absolutely ridiculous, all right? Madden Machines in and of itself was okay, but it really just felt like just a filler promo. There was no real anything interesting, you know what I mean? Like, there was nothing really too interesting about Madden Machines that made me go, you know what? This is cool, right? Like, these what are they called? These Madden Machine, the Madden booster cams, whatever they were, right? The Madden motivators, that's what it was called. It was cool, but it wasn't enough to justify having some of these players, you know? Especially guys like Tyreek Hill, especially in this game. You know, Tyreek Hill, he's fast, don't get me wrong. I love Tyreek Hill's speed. But you didn't really go that, it just really felt like you just didn't go that extra mile with certain things and, you know, stuff of that nature. The playoff promo, the first round sucked. The first round of the playoff promo sucked. Okay, I understand you wanted to give players who didn't make the playoffs, like you wanted to give those type of teams, you know, a card. And okay, fair. I understand that to a point. But the playoff promo should be a promo for the players in the playoffs, for the teams in the playoffs. It should not be players who are not in, or teams who are not in the playoffs, right? Like, yes, sure, the Chiefs were in the playoffs, and so were the Steelers somehow. The Ravens were not. The Packers were. Yes, the Titans were. The Texans weren't. The Patriots were, and so were the Rams, right? So these players, you know, there are some players that should not have been in this promo because it's the playoff promo. It is the promo for the teams that made the playoffs, you know? And even some of the other choices. Like, for example, we go here. First release of Zero Chill. You put out Calvin Johnson. Cool. Next release. You pick another free safety in Quandre Diggs. Why? And I love Quandre, okay? I love Quandre. He's a great player. But back-to-back free safeties? Like, you could have made this literally any other player for Zero Chill Part 2. You could have made this, say, like Bobby Wagner at the time. Obviously, he did get one, but Bobby Wagner was waiting on a card. You could have given this to TJ Watt. I would argue should have gotten a Zero Chill Master instead of a 93. Like, it's just the decision making from some of you guys this year was not very, 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 very good. It just wasn't. It wasn't very good. What else am I looking at here? Like, there was another promo that was just, I can't remember, that was just completely terrible with something that you guys, with whatever you guys did. I think it was Backyard Ballers. Actually, I kind of enjoyed the Backyard Ballers promo a little bit. But, you know, some of these players, oh yeah, no, that's what I was remembering. Peyton Manning out of position quarterback. Did y'all forget he was a quarterback? Did you all forget that he was a QB in his career? And yet he got an out of position quarterback item, even though he's a quarterback. Like, it just, huh? It's just, huh? Like, the Diggs brothers switching positions, cool. Barry Sanders, pass rusher, Julio Jones, safety, cool. But, like, Peyton? You know, and again, these might be small, minute things, and I understand that. But it's the little, small, minute things that you guys do that make us upset. You know, and especially with some of the cards you guys chose this year for players to get upgrades. DJ Husmann-Jada has not had a card since Team Diamonds dropped in September. Russell Wilson went about 4 to 5 months without a usable card, or without a new card. It was about 2-3 months where he was just straight up unusable. Like, I couldn't use Russell Wilson, right? There was also some other players, not even just that went a long time. Ryan Ramczyk still has yet to get a card this year. Ryan Ramczyk has still yet to get a upgrade this year. Jimmy Graham hasn't received a card yet again. But yet you're throwing out guys that are getting new cards when they shouldn't be, because you're completely ignoring some of these other ones. And it blows my mind that some of you just completely forgot about certain cards. Now, I understand power-up expansion is probably coming. In fact, I would have more than likely assumed that it is, because of, you know, people want it back. But it's just, you guys just need to understand that if you piss off your customers will not be happy. Not even just with, like, gameplay, but also with content, with you know, decisions with the golden tickets, to just straight up making us upset by patching loopholes when there's nothing wrong with them. It's amazing to me how quick you guys were just patching coin loopholes and coin training and coin methods in this game when we found one. It's amazing how quickly you were able to patch that, but yet you dragged your feet for a fucking month, and I'm sorry that I lost my voice on that one, but you dragged your feet for a fucking month to patch the red route glitch on next gen. Or it took you guys 4 fucking months, and again, sorry for getting upset, but it took you 4 months to address Escape Artist properly. And while that was running wild, you were patching coin methods, you were patching training loopholes, you were patching set loopholes, you were sitting there patching things that quite honestly did not need to be addressed, because, you know, why would you? Because it was benefiting us as a consumer, and it made us want to do those things, but yet you dragged your feet on something that people were complaining and vividly upset about for months. And the stupid thing is, you waited until after the MCS season to even attempt to address it, so you made the MCS freaking unwatchable some days, not that it already isn't in some aspects anyways, but you made it unwatchable to watch people use the same shit and just run around behind the line of scrimmage and chuck up a 50-yard ball and see people put up 30-plus points a freaking game on all Madden in a 5-minute quarter game. And yet you had Clint, who I am not going to get upset at Clint here because, quite frankly, Clint, in my opinion, and shout out to Fendler for pointing this out, Clint may not be somebody who thinks the way that he's speaking on Twitter. Now, who knows? Maybe he is. And if he is that way, well then, okay. But you actually had people like Clint trying to defend the state of the game, not only at the beginning of the year, but as the MCS players were playing, despite the fact that everyone knew the biggest problems in this game was getting stops. And the biggest problems in this game were getting picks on players that, quite frankly, should not be scoring. It was so maddening this year, and it's still maddening to watch people play games and to see people throw it directly at somebody but not come away with the ball because for some reason you just didn't allow us to get the pick. And I was watching Spruce Goose last night on his stream. I'll put his link in the his Twitch link in the chat if for those of you that are watching that are still here. I put his link. I was watching him last night. He had Jimmy Graham in a flat. The guy has flat zone KO, pick artist, and acrobat on his Jimmy Graham, and he did not come away with the ball, despite the fact that someone threw a drag route directly into him. Like, it's maddening. It's maddening. And I did not want this to become a full-on rant about how this game and this product has not been good this year. I did not want to do that. The sole purpose was to just focus on golden tickets. But, my goodness, did we take a big turn. So I apologize for that, guys. I was not planning to go down this route, but it just happened. And I pray for a better Madden 23. I don't think it can get any worse in this year than this year, because quite frankly, that would be some way to top yourselves if you guys somehow manage to make next year's game worse. But it's just, again, it's the little things like that just make us upset and just prove you just don't care about us. And there's nothing more that I really can say that hasn't been said already in this video. So I'm going to end it there. If you guys did like this video, don't be afraid to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Share this video around, guys, if you want, because, the more people who share this video, the more likely it is that somebody from EA is going to see this, and the more likely someone from EA can either respond or, take action for whatever it is that needs to be done. But until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Well.